Can a simple glass of beetroot juice really open up your arteries and protect you from heart disease? It's a bold claim and one that has made beetroot juice one of the most talked about super drinks in recent years. From YouTube videos to health blogs, people say it can lower blood pressure, clean your arteries, and even boost energy like a natural heart medicine. But is it really that powerful? Or just another beautiful myth dressed in red? The truth is, behind that vibrant color lies something truly fascinating, a natural chemical process that's now catching the attention of heart researchers worldwide. Beetroot juice is one of the richest sources of natural nitrates, compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, a tiny gas molecule that has a massive impact on how your arteries function. Nitric oxide helps your blood vessels relax and widen, improving circulation and reducing strain on your heart. And when that happens consistently, your risk of high blood pressure, arterial stiffness, and even heart attacks can drop significantly. In other words, beetroot juice doesn't wash your arteries, it helps them breathe again. But before you start drinking a bottle a day, here's what you need to know. Beetroot juice isn't a miracle, and it's not perfect. Too much can cause side effects, and not all brands deliver the benefits they promise. The key is understanding what the science actually says and how to use it safely and effectively in real life. In this video, we'll uncover the real evidence behind beetroot juice and your heart. You'll learn how it affects blood pressure, artery health, and nitric oxide levels, what studies show, and how to make it part of a heart-healthy lifestyle without overdoing it. Because when it comes to your heart, the truth isn't found in hype, it's found in understanding. So grab your glass, maybe even filled with a little beet juice, and let's reveal the science behind one of nature's most colorful heart protectors. And if you believe in real, practical, and science-based health advice, go ahead and subscribe to MediMint and tap the like button so we can keep bringing you more evidence-based ways to protect your heart naturally. Part 1. What science really says about beet juice in the heart? When people first hear that beetroot juice might heal arteries, it sounds almost too good to be true. But unlike many health fads, this one actually has some serious science behind it. Let's start with what makes beetroot juice special. Natural nitrates. These are not the same synthetic nitrates found in processed meats. The nitrates in vegetables, especially beets, spinach, and arugula, are natural compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule your arteries absolutely depend on. Nitric oxide acts like a silent messenger inside your blood vessels. It tells them when to relax, when to open up, and how to keep blood flowing smoothly. In fact, many doctors call nitric oxide the molecule of life, because without it, your blood pressure rises, your arteries stiffen, and your heart has to work harder with every beat. This is where beetroot juice steps in. When you drink it, the nitrates are absorbed through your mouth and converted by bacteria on your tongue into nitric oxide. Within just a few hours, your blood vessels start to relax, improving circulation and lowering blood pressure naturally without medication. Several studies confirm this effect. Researchers from the Queen Mary University of London found that people who drank 1 glass of beetroot juice daily saw their systolic blood pressure drop by an average of 8 to 10 millimeters G, about the same improvement you'd expect from the blood pressure juice, some mild blood pressure medications. Other studies from the American Heart Association showed that beetroot juice also improves endothelial function, meaning the inner lining of your arteries becomes more flexible and responsive. That's incredibly important because when your arteries can expand and contract easily, they stay cleaner, healthier, and more resistant to plaque buildup. And it doesn't stop there. Beetroot juice also appears to reduce inflammation and improve oxygen delivery, especially during physical activity. That's why athletes often drink it before workouts. It helps muscles and the heart use oxygen more efficiently, lowering fatigue. So, while it may not literally clean arteries, beetroot juice helps create the perfect conditions for them to stay open and healthy. It's not a scrub brush. It's a natural signal that tells your body it's time to relax, heal, and flow. Still, it's not all good news. Not every study shows the same results, and the benefits depend on how much you drink, how often, and how your body responds. That's why, in the next part, we'll look deeper at the real hero of this story, nitric oxide, and how this tiny molecule may be the key to protecting your arteries from within. Part 2. How nitric oxide heals arteries naturally. If there's one thing that connects beetroot juice and heart health, It's nitric oxide, a simple, invisible gas that your body makes every day, quietly keeping your arteries alive and flexible. To understand why it matters, let's imagine your arteries as smooth, elastic highways. Every second, blood rushes through them, carrying oxygen, nutrients, and life itself. But as you age, stress, poor diet, and lack of exercise start to wear down those highways. They become stiffer, narrower, and more prone to traffic jams, the kind that lead to heart attacks and strokes. Now, here's where nitric oxide steps in. Nitric oxide acts like a signal of relaxation for your blood vessels. It tells the smooth muscles around your arteries to loosen up, allowing blood to flow freely. It also prevents platelets, those sticky blood cells, from clumping together, which means fewer chances of dangerous blockages forming. When your nitric oxide levels are high, your arteries stay calm and open. When they drop, your blood pressure rises, your arteries tighten, and your heart has to push harder just to keep things moving. So how does beetroot juice help? Beets are naturally rich in nitrates, the raw material your body uses to make nitric oxide. When you drink beet juice, bacteria in your mouth convert those nitrates into nitrites, and then your body turns them into nitric oxide once they reach your bloodstream. The process is surprisingly fast. Studies show that within 2 to 3 hours of drinking beet juice, your nitric oxide levels can rise significantly. That means your arteries start to relax, your circulation improves, and your blood pressure naturally drops. But nitric oxide does more than just open up arteries. It also helps repair them. By reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, nitric oxide keeps the inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium, smooth and healthy. That's critical, because once the endothelium becomes rough or damaged, it starts attracting cholesterol, leading to plaque buildup. In other words, nitric oxide doesn't clean your arteries, it prevents them from needing to be cleaned in the first place. One study published in the Journal of Hypertension found that people who drank beetroot juice daily for just 2 weeks had better blood vessel elasticity and lower arterial stiffness compared to those who didn't. That's not hype, that's biochemistry working exactly as nature intended. And here's something even more fascinating. Nitric oxide levels naturally decline as we age by as much as 50% by the time we reach our 50 seconds or 60 seconds. That's one reason why high blood pressure and circulation problems become more common later in life. Beetroot juice can help restore some of that lost balance, a natural, food-based way to help your arteries feel young again. But before you start drinking it daily, it's important to know how much is enough and when it could become too much of a good thing. In the next section, we'll talk about exactly that. How to use beetroot juice safely and effectively, the best forms, timing, and amounts to get all the benefits without the risks. Part 3. How to use beet juice safely and effectively. Now that you know how beetroot juice supports your arteries, the next question is simple. How do you actually use it the right way? Because while beet juice is natural and powerful, it's not something you can drink endlessly without thought. Used wisely, it can strengthen your circulation and energy. Used carelessly, it can cause side effects or even interfere with medications. Let's break down how to do it safely and effectively. Choose 100% pure beetroot juice. The first rule is quality. Many store-bought beet juices are mixed with apple juice, sugar, or other fruit concentrates to make them taste sweeter, but that extra sugar cancels out much of the heart benefit. Look for labels that say 100% beetroot juice or no added sugar. The color should be dark red or purple. The deeper the color, the higher the level of beneficial nitrates and antioxidants. If you can, make it fresh at home by blending beets with water or using a juicer. You'll know exactly what's in your glass. No additives, no surprises. 2. Drink the right amount, not too much, not too little. The best results in studies come from 250 to 500 milliliters per day. That's about 1 to 2 cups. For most people, 1 glass in the morning is enough to support healthy nitric oxide levels throughout the day. More is not better. Drinking too much beet juice can lower blood pressure too far or cause digestive discomfort in sensitive people. 3. Timing matters. Beetroot juice starts working within 2 to 3 hours, and its effects can last up to 24 hours. That's why many experts recommend drinking it in the morning or before exercise. If you're active, having a small glass about 90 minutes before a workout can improve endurance and oxygen use, helping your heart and muscles perform better. Watch out for medication interactions. If you're taking blood pressure medication or nitrates for chest pain, angina, talk to your doctor before adding beet juice to your routine. Both work on similar pathways, and combining them could drop your blood pressure too low. If you have kidney stones or a history of high oxalate levels, limit your intake. Beets are naturally high in oxalates, which can contribute to stone formation in some people. 5. Expect a harmless side effect. Beet juice can temporarily turn your urine or stool a reddish color. Don't panic, it's called beeturia, and it's completely harmless. It just means your body is processing natural pigments from the beets. 6. Consistency is key. Beet juice doesn't work like a pill. You won't see an instant transformation after 1 or 2 glasses. The real benefits come with consistency, a small serving every day, week after week. That's when nitric oxide levels stay stable, arteries stay relaxed, and circulation remains strong. Think of beetroot juice as a daily nutrient, not a quick fix. Use it with purpose, steady, balanced, and mindful. And remember, it's most powerful when paired with other heart-healthy habits, regular movement, good sleep, and a diet rich in vegetables and whole foods. In the next part, we'll look at the myths, limits, and side effects that often get overlooked so you can separate the real truth from the red-colored hype. Part 4. Myths, side effects, and what to avoid. By now, beetroot juice sounds almost perfect, a natural drink that improves blood flow, lowers blood pressure, and boosts your heart. But like everything in health, there's a line between science and hype. Let's clear up some of the biggest myths surrounding beetroot juice so you can enjoy its real benefits without falling for exaggerated promises. Myth 1. Beetroot juice cleans your arteries. No, it doesn't. This is one of the most common misconceptions. Beetroot juice cannot dissolve or remove existing plaque inside your arteries. Once plaque hardens, it can only be managed, not washed away. What beet juice does is help prevent new plaque from forming by improving nitric oxide levels, reducing inflammation, and keeping your arteries flexible. So, it doesn't clean your arteries, it helps stop them from getting dirty in the first place. Myth 2. You can drink as much as you want. More isn't better. Beetroot juice is powerful, but it also contains natural compounds that can lower your blood pressure, sometimes too much. For people already on blood pressure medication, drinking excessive amounts can cause dizziness or fatigue from low blood pressure. Stick to 1 glass a day, that's all you need for the benefits. Myth 3. Beetroot juice works instantly. It's true that nitric oxide levels can rise within a few hours of drinking beet juice. But for meaningful heart protection, like lower long-term blood pressure or better artery flexibility, you need consistency. Think weeks or months, not days. It's a gentle, natural process, not an instant cure. Myth 4. It's safe for everyone. Mostly yes. But there are exceptions. If you have kidney stones, high oxalate levels, or are on nitrate-based heart medication, you should be cautious. Beets are high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stone formation in some people. Also, if you notice your urine or stool turning red, don't worry. That's a harmless condition called beeturia. It's not blood, just the pigment from the beets. Myth 5. Beetroot juice replaces medication. It doesn't. Beet juice can support heart health, but it can't replace prescribed treatments for high blood pressure or cholesterol. Think of it as a powerful partner, not a substitute. When used alongside medication, diet, and movement, it helps your body respond better and heal more efficiently. The real limit, here's the honest truth. Beetroot juice isn't a miracle in a bottle. It won't undo years of unhealthy habits or make up for a poor diet. But when used consistently and mindfully, it supports the foundation of heart health, better circulation, reduced stress on arteries, and smoother blood flow. That's not hype, that's real, measurable physiology. In the final section, we'll put it all together, the facts, the science, and the wisdom to answer the ultimate question. Is beetroot juice truly worth adding to your daily life? So, what's the real truth about beetroot juice and your arteries? After all the research, the science, and the stories, the answer is simple. Beetroot juice isn't a miracle, but it is a meaningful ally. It doesn't scrub plaque out of your arteries or replace your medication, but it helps your blood vessels relax, improves circulation, and gives your heart the space it needs to work efficiently. It's not magic, it's support. And when that support happens every day, consistently, it starts to add up in powerful ways. Beetroot juice works because it gives your body what it already needs. Nitric oxide, that small, invisible molecule that helps your arteries stay flexible and alive. When your blood flows freely, your heart doesn't have to fight so hard. When your arteries relax, your blood pressure finds its balance. And when inflammation calms down, your heart finally gets to rest. That's the real miracle, not the juice itself, but the body's ability to heal when given the right conditions. So yes, beetroot juice deserves a place in your routine, not as a cure, but as a partner in your daily rhythm of care. 1 glass a day. One choice that quietly supports your heart from the inside out. If you decide to make it part of your life, pair it with movement, good sleep, and a diet rich in real food. Because health isn't built by one thing, it's built by many small, wise choices repeated over time. And that's what we believe here at MediMint, that the path to a healthy heart is not about chasing perfection, but about showing up every day with intention. If this video helped you see health in a more grounded, hopeful way, give it a thumbs up. It helps others find this message. And don't forget to subscribe to MediMint for more clear, science-based insights that help you live longer, stronger, and more naturally. Your arteries don't need a miracle. They need nourishment, consistency, and care, the kind that starts with small daily choices, like a single beautiful glass of beetroot juice.